This is the Borders Pub Theatre show of Tweed Tales. And the first play of the show is called Flat Tail, and it's by Campbell, Hutcheson.
What's that? Shh! What's it doing?
Oh, be quiet.
That's the fattest otter I've ever seen.
How do you know it's an otter?
Been around longer than you, sis. I know a fat otter when I caught one.
Oh, says my slimline brother.
One's no natural, mind. Too much fish.
Do we introduce ourselves?
Keep your distance. Oh. It might be dangerous.
Oh. Excuse me. You're new here, right? My name's Sandy.
He's no interested. Oh, get off.
Stop it. What's your name?
Chuck.
Stupid name.
Be quiet. Do you live nearby?
I'm not sure.
That's some accent, pal. You can't be around here.
Isn't this Saskatchewan?
Saskatchewan?
Saskatchewan, greatest province in Canada.
Never heard of it. You're in the border, son. Rolling hills and the river Tweed, land of the free.
How did you get here?
I was put in a box with my partner, Debbie. Thought we were going to another part of Saskatchewan. Where's the snow and the ice?
This is spring, believe it or no, so it mostly rains.
What are you doing with those sticks?
It's for the lodge. I'll build it across a water course.
Best of luck. I'll take a wheenie wood to block that, Tweed.
No, I do it in a tributary.
That's amazing. We just burrow into a bank.
How'd you get gnashers like that?
Born with them. Handy for felling trees. Gotta keep them sharp.
Your tail?
It's a bit on the flat side. Well, you're in a fight.
It's always been like that.
I've never seen an otter like you.
That's because I'm a beaver. Are you sure this isn't Saskatchewan?
A beaver. There aren't any beavers round here.
Hang about. We'll be competing with you for the fish and the stock's going down.
Don't listen to him. There's plenty for everyone.
Look at the size of him. That's a lot of fish.
I don't eat fish. I'm a herbivore.
Before what?
No, I like vegetation, plants and trees.
So, you eat your building materials?
Well, yeah.
You know what you are, sunshine? Weird. Next you'll be telling me your house floats.
It can do.
That's fantastic.
That's fantastic. All the tree cover disappears to fill your belly and your home. Listen, we've got a saying in this part of the world. It's I been. This means that things have worked the same for many years. In other words, leave well alone, and that applies to trees.
You are such a plonker.
I don't make the rules. I'm talking tradition.
You're talking bollocks.
What's this then, Main course or sleeping chamber?
Well, it depends.
On what? Your appetite.
Don't listen to him.
What about yon scally tail, Did something tread on it?
Well, it's always been flat. I slap the water to scare off unwelcome guests.
That's terrifying.
That's really useful.
Skis are something else, He eats trees and smacks his tail in an emergency.
Well, live and let live, you dolt. Chuck's a new neighbour, so we need to help him adjust to life in the borders.
I got a feeling old Flattail here is trouble with a capital T.
No, he's one of us, otter or beaver.
Look at him, though. A granny couldn't love that greeting coupon.
If you don't want us here, we'll move on.
You do that, chubby cheeks. Leave the Tweed in peace.
Apologies for my brother's behaviour. He's too set in his ways.
We were here first. We call the shots.
How would you feel being put in a box and taken to who knows where? Have some compassion.
Hey, it's okay. I understand.
If there's anything we can do, just let us know. The Tweed is an amazing river, and our home is your home.
Living in a pile of twigs? No, I'll stick to the bank, thanks.
Where are you building?
North?
You're in Scotland, then? England's in the south.
Is there a difference?
Not really.
Absolutely.
The Scots tend to be a bit noisy,
She means enthusiastic.
and the English are reserved.
She means unenthusiastic.
But you live together.
Of course we do.
No through choice. The border's there for a reason.
Like what?
Do you think my spraints are scattered willy-nilly?
What's a spraint?
To an otter, a spraint is a territorial mark, a statement. To a beaver, Chucky boy, it's a pile of keech.
Keith?
Don't examine it too closely. It's otter shit.
Which is what you talk. Farmer!
Come here! Keep your heat down!
I tell you what the problem is. Humans.
They haven't a bloody clue.
They leave us in peace most of the time.
But always poking around our business.
I'm protected.
So are we. Doesn't stop some making our lives a misery. What's so special about these sticks?
A lot of them, and you have a lodge.
And you block the river. Result, nae more fish.
That's not what happens. A beaver improves the habitat for all sorts of creatures, even otters.
We like the river as it is, thanks. It's aye been.
A lodge can slow down the river flow and create pools of fish.
And you do this free of charge, like?
Yep,
And you don't eat fish?
only vegetation.
Promise?
Cross my heart.
Chuck, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Thank you. The first ever play featuring otters and a beaver at Dunn's Playfest. Next we have a play called We Go Back a Long Way by some guy called John McEwen.
By God, the boredom. Yak, yak, money, 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 things. It's all about things. I want. My dear lady, what I urge you to understand is that, well, I have. Thank God I've... Oh, never mind. Penelope can look after those ghastly people for just a few minutes. Oh, my Lord, are all those fields yours? And all those words Did you say this part of the house was built in the 16th century? That is wild. That is just so out there. Indeed, madam. My family have owned this land since that time. Oh, my lord. May I call you lordy? Your family has owned this land for 500 years? Well, now that you mention it, yes, we have. Oh, my. Yes, madam, since the jolly old Battle of Flodden when... Oh, my God, what's the point? Oh, nearly away there. Christ's sake, Gussie, old chap, that's the butler's pool down there. Fall in there, and you'll never get out. It's a well-known fact. Well, the butler never got out, and nor did... Yes, madam, you are eating my pigeon, shot in my wood, accompanied by my vegetables grown in my garden, and you are sitting at my table in my house on my land beside my river.
It's not your river.
What? Oh, jeez! This is cold, damn it! Oi! You! I can't... Look, this is the butler's pool, you know. If you can't get in, you can't get... Oi! Come and... Oi! You! Person hiding in the bush, whoever you are. You should not be there. Come here. Come here this instant.
It's not your river.
What the hell are you talking about? Of course it's my river. It's been my river ever since 1513. Anyway, that's not the... This is the butler's pool. If you fall in here, you can't get out. It's a well-known fact.
I know it. I know every inch of this river from Melrose to Berwick. Now, listen, you may own the banks, you may in law own the fish that you catch from those banks, even though there's many that say the fish belong to the people. Whatever. You do not own the river. Rivers cannot be owned.
Listen. Can we have this discussion at a later date in more civilized circumstances? I have to get out of here. It's freezing and I'm sinking.
Why don't you use your phone to get help?
Oh, God, you're not very nice, are you? Anyway, I left my phone on the table to make them think I'd be back soon.
Who's them?
The Yanks who... Oh, look, they don't matter, do they? I'm stuck in the river, and if you don't get me out, I might never get out of here. Do you understand?
It's you, isn't it?
Yes, it's me. Of course it's me. What are you talking about?
I thought so. I thought I recognised the voice, and now I can see the well-kempt face. We've met before.
Oh?
In court. We faced each other across the court. 6 months I got.
Oh. Ah, I see. It's you, Mr. Tough, the habitual criminal.
It's you, Lord Toff, the lion Torah.
Oh, that's going a bit far. Look, would you get me out of here and we can discuss ancient history like civilized people? Please? I am cold and getting colder, and I am sinking into the mud. There's no way out of here without your help. You do see that, don't you?
I have been up in court, many times. I have paid loads of fines and served 3 prison terms.
I'm so sorry.
Shut! That time when you came to court was the only time in all those times where a riparian owner stood there and told lies about me. And that resulted in the longest sentence I have ever had.
Look, I'm sorry and all that, but...
I don't care about the sentence. Prison's no bother for me. Occupational hazard. I'm caught about once or every 500 outings. No, I love to read. Prison's a break. My favourite poet is Norman McCaig.
You read poetry?
Shut! No, it was the lies. You said I mistreated the fish. You said I left a mother badger wounded at the side of the road. You made out like I was some kind of city hooligan.
Well...
There's a lot worse than me going about, you know. A hell of a lot worse. I love this river. There's a... Where? There. 1 sec. Fine. I mean, you know...
What took you so long?
I did kill a mother badger once. Getting out of a field in a hurry, but I went back and I found cubs and I brought them up myself.
Oh, how sweet.
Do you want back in?
I was 21 when I was last in Tweed. 57 now.
The Tweeds.
Tweed.
No one says just Tweeds.
We do. Posh people. Maybe you riffraff don't.
Right, you're going back in.
I am a badger cub with no mother.
1513, you reckon?
No question about it. My ancestors were canny, saw the previous owner being killed at the battle, hurried back, claimed the land. My 15 times great-grandfather, brilliant.
He was a thief.
He did what had to be done. He was a nobleman. My family is aristocratic. Yours, I take it, is not.
1333. Halden Hill, that was where my people got here. Been here ever since, fishing.
Poaching.
If anyone wants fish for the pot,
You're a hardened criminal.
your 15-time grandfather stole this riverbank.
My dear chap, it's a bit late for that sort of talk. I am the establishment.
The whole setup's crazy and you know it.
The law is on my side.
And the law is on mine, and I am not your dear chap. You are my worst enemy. You know, it's all crap, but you stick with it because it suits you just fine. Bloody millionaire riparian.
What do you know? Why do you think I spend my time sucking up to ghastly Americans? What do you know about the expense of keeping an estate like this going? You think it's easy? You think I want to be the one to lose it after 500 years? You think I don't feel my ancestors gazing with disapproval at every economy, every attempt to drum up some cash? And then the roof springs a leak. Christ's sake!
Calm down, dear chap.
I love this river.
Who owns this landscape? Has owning anything to do with love?
Thank you very much. Now we have First Date by Anita John.
Hello, would you like something to drink?
Hello. I'm waiting for someone.
Can I get you something to drink while you wait?
Well, he's 10 minutes late already. I'm a bit worried he won't turn up.
Why won't he turn up? An attractive woman like yourself.
Oh, thank you. Online dating. I think he may have m'a posé un lapin.
M'a posé un lapin?
Yeah, somehow stood me up. It sounds less harsh in French.
Oh, you like languages?
Yeah, I'm a linguist. It's part of my day job, I'm afraid. And your accent suggests...
Mene zvata usla duzne prememeno.
Oh, Ukrainian. Oh, okay. Duze primeno. Pleased to meet you.
This is the first date, huh?
First time in person. We've texted, but I'm hopeless when it comes to Skype, Zoom, and, well, all that digital stuff.
Oh, I could help. I teach technology when I'm not waitressing. Freelance here. I have a card somewhere.
Oh, thank you, Ursula.
Without technology, without Facebook, I would not be here in this beautiful part of Scotland, far away from my homeland.
Yeah. I mean, it must be very difficult for you being here when...
I cannot talk about it. Not here. It's too raw.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what's happening in your country.
There are no words for what is happening in my country.
No words in any language.
But it's beautiful here, no? The River Tweed helps me, how do you say, unwind?
Ah, yeah. 1,000 sparkles.
1,000 sparkles.
1,000 million sparkles.
The river makes me feel alive.
Yes.
So, you'd like something to drink?
Just water. Sparkling water. I drove here, so...
1 bottle of 1,000 million sparkles?
Yes.
I hope you don't wait too long for your date.
Yeah, I'm a bit nervous, to tell the truth. It's not like me to agree to meet up with a complete stranger. It's just that, well...
You search for a soulmate.
Yes.
We all search. Oh, but you don't wait any longer. Here is your date. Good luck.
It's Susan, right?
Suzanne, with a Z.
Suzanne. Yeah, of course. Look. Oh, I'm sorry I'm late. Taxi driver keyed in the wrong GPS, he went to the wrong restaurant, you know how it goes, but you know, I'm here now.
Yes, yeah, you're here now, so...
It's great to meet you, Suzanne. And you do look lovely.
Thanks. Thought I'd make a bit of an effort, this being my first date out in more than 2 years.
Oh, crikey. Well, first impressions do count.
You look a little different from your profile picture.
More handsome, more chic. More than you ever expected.
Yeah, larger somehow.
Hopefully this way and not that. Larger than life. That's what they say about me.
Outgoing personage who loves the great outdoors. I remember that from your profile. I like the words.
And you're an introvert who likes to hide in her shell, right?
I promised myself during lockdown that once all restrictions were lifted, I'll challenge myself, try something new, and that's why...
Well, I can't say I'm brand new, but I'm definitely quality. And, well, wearing well, as you can see.
1 bottle of sparkling sunshine.
Ah, lovely, thank you.
And can I get something for yourself?
I thought we could order a bottle of wine to celebrate getting to know each other.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm driving.
Oh. Oh, that's a shame. Well, in that case, I'll have the... Let me see. Yes, I'll have the whiskey cocktail.
We use Hoik whiskey in our cocktails.
Excellent. I wouldn't want anything else.
1 whiskey cocktail, and can I get something else for you? Some olives or nuts, some bread? You must be hungry after all that waiting.
No, I'm fine, really. Thank you, Ursula.
Do you know her?
No?
You knew her name.
She told me her name?
Was she having a dig at me?
No, I just told her that I was waiting, that's all.
Well, as long as she wasn't having a go. I did ask for the best table in the house. First Michelin-starred restaurant in the Tweed. Damn good place for a first date, don't you think?
Yeah, it's remarkable to see the whole sweep of the river and like that, so close, the way that there's nothing but water and light right to the opposite bank. It's very special.
Yes, I've been wanting to come here ever since they opened in March. See, if all those TripAdvisor rave reviews were true. Well, sustainable, seasonal, Scottish fare from nature to plate, or is that just the marketing blurb?
Well, they've got some lovely things on the menu. 3 choices of fish, Borders lamb, farmed venison, vegetarian options. They've even catered for vegan.
You're not one of those, are you?
Is there anything wrong with being vegan?
Because if you are, you didn't put that on your profile. I'm a meat eater myself. Lamb, pork, meat, beef, venison, you name it, I'll eat it.
Goat?
That's a good one. You don't look vegan.
I never said.
Not that there's anything wrong with being vegan, of course, each to their own and all that.
Well, exactly.
So, what do you think you'll have?
I'm tempted by the salmon.
Ah, not vegan then.
Wild Atlantic, caught in the Tweed, it says. Maybe caught right here at this very spot.
No, it'll not be caught right here, I can guarantee you that.
Oh, and how's that?
Well, there's only one place in the Tweed that sells wild Atlantic salmon, and that's Gardo's in North Berwick-upon-Tweed. And technically, that's in England, so it's not Scottish.
Is that not picking at straws? If it spawns in Scottish waters, it must be Scottish, no?
Well, you're the wordsmith. You tell me.
Perhaps it was caught by local fishermen.
No can do. It's against the law to sell wild salmon caught by the line or by the rod. There's no way a restaurant would risk its reputation by buying from a local fisherman.
You seem to know an awful lot about Scottish salmon.
Well, I've done a fair bit of fishing in the past. You see, they're great fighters, you see, the salmon. They need all that energy to go the wrong way up the river. And if you get them on the end of your line, well, they put a fight up. It's hard to describe. Tremendous. That's the only word that comes close to it.
Tremendous is a good word. It carries great weight.
The weight of a salmon at the end of the line. Good one. Only problem is there aren't that many wild salmon as there used to be. Not in the Tweed, or the Tay, the Dee, or the Spey. To be honest, I'm surprised a sustainable restaurant like this has wild Atlantic salmon in the menu at all. They should know better.
I suppose that's why fish farms were introduced, to feed our insatiable desire for salmon.
Fish farms? Don't even get me started on fish farms. Do you know they're teeming with sea lice, chemicals, antibiotics, insecticides? You name it, they've got it. I'd rather eat French snails than farmed salmon.
Les escargots français.
I'm sorry?
French snails, also found, interestingly, in Eastern Europe, mostly Poland, as a matter of fact.
Oh.
Perhaps I won't have the salmon after all.
Sorry, don't let me put you off. I'm a bit over the top sometimes.
Perhaps I'll choose venison instead.
If you want salmon, you should have salmon. It's a problem for the Scottish government, really. They need to do something to help increase stocks, like planting more trees to reduce the river's temperature, removing weirs and dams to increase the river's flow, you know, that sort of thing. But they've left it too late, like everything in this country. We always react, we never take preventative measures. We can only see a problem when it smacks us right in the face. Talk about horses bolting. We're chasing horses all over this country with not a hope of catching a single one of them.
Well, I'm glad horse meat isn't on the menu.
That's a good one. You've got a sense of humour, I'll give you that.
Thank you. We can ask the waitress about the origins of the salmon.
Oh, I don't think so. What would a native like her know about it? Jesus!
Oh.
What the hell?
I'm so sorry, I tripped.
Are you okay? Are you
Of course she's okay. Why a Michelin-starred restaurant employs a numpty like you, I've no idea. Oh, I'm soaked through. My best shirt's ruined.
I'm so sorry, sir.
Have you hurt yourself?
I'm okay, really.
Only ruined our meal for us.
I think you might have tripped over this.
Well, she should look where she's going.
I'm very sorry. I'll bring some towels straight
Oh,
away.
don't bother. You'll probably make a mess of that too. Why they employ people as useless as you, I'll never know. Excuse me while I go to the gents and dry off.
Oh, sicka.
Scheisse.
Oh, merde.
Shit.
Oh, I should not laugh. I'm in big trouble now.
I don't think so. He shouldn't have left his scarf lying in the middle of the floor like that. Are you okay?
I'm just trying to do my job. Why do bad things always happen to good people? Oh, my manager.
Don't worry about your manager. I'll explain what happened.
You're very kind. Not like...
I'm sure if he knew your story, he would have been kinder.
You like him?
Oh, let's put it this way. I don't think I found my soulmate.
No?
No, in fact, I'm not going to stay here a minute longer. I'm going to escape while the going's good.
I'm sorry to ruin your date.
Don't be, because perhaps I'll come here again with a different partner. Have you got a pen?
Yeah.
Thank you.
The lunch is very good, and it's cheaper than the dinner, but exactly the same food.
Then perhaps I'll come here for lunch sometime. Call me if you'd like to. Please, and apologise to my date. My irritable bowel seems to have had a sudden flare-up. All this stress.
I just borrow.
Oh, yeah.
You won't be pleased.
It's hard to please. The hardest thing in the world.
I don't know your name.
Suzanne,
Suzanne. With a Z.
with a Z.
It's a nice name.
It means lily. I've always liked it.
Like lily on the water.
Yes. Yes, like lilies on water. I've never thought of it like that way before.
Water is so...
Life-giving.
uplifting, huh?
Pleasing. Goodbye, Ursula. I hope we meet again.
Goodbye, Suzanne.
Thank you very much. And thank you to the actors this evening, Nicola, Jo Cully, Emily Larner, and Scott Noble. So, next we have a first play in the Borders Pub Theatre shows by Clare Watson, Unseen-on-Tweed.
Splash!
Glimmering.
Gleam!
Swirl.
Flow!
Wild.
River!
Wild.
Wild! Swimmer!
River.
Flow!
Priestess.
Gurgle!
Mutter.
Trees! Branches trailing
Petals dripping.
onto ripples glittering. Pools of
Light.
water
Surging,
surging, ever-changing,
ever-changing,
constant.
Constant.
Sky!
And water.
Time and life flow on through winter bleakness.
Springs blossoming into
Summer lazing by pools.
Autumn leaves fall onto
Wild river.
River.
There you are. You wouldn't want to miss it.
No.
So where have you been?
Oh, you know, here and there.
Mostly there, though.
Yeah, mostly there. What about you?
I'm always here.
Yeah, I do. Always.
Yeah, you know.
I do. Boring, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, that's why.
Why, you wouldn't want to miss it.
That's right.
Still eating the apple.
So what was going on there?
Just the usual.
Lot of milling around.
Yes, moderate amounts of confusion, several protests of innocence, some arguments and a little bit of wailing.
Which of those were you involved in? The wailing?
No, I never get involved in the wailing. I'm respectable.
How can you be respectable with that around your neck?
Look. Here she comes. Do you think it'll be different today?
Of course not.
Why is it always the same? Is it a dance?
It's unusual for a dance. She walks so slowly towards the river. There she is, taking off her shoes.
Could it be a ritual?
I don't know anything about rituals, but maybe it is.
Dip right foot in and shake. Dip right left foot in and shake. Crouch down, hands in the river, up and flick water into the air. Oh, I love that. I never believe she's actually going to do the next bit. Wait. And she's in.
God, it's amazing. So brave.
I know. It's got to be dangerous doing that. I mean, I'm afraid for her. She'll get herself into trouble.
She hasn't so far.
No, but they always find out in the end.
Oh, I do like the way she wears that lovely blue robe. And up go her arms. Ah, it's very powerful.
That's what they're afraid of. Women having power.
Turning round now. She always looks happy at this point. Must be cold, though.
I haven't noticed this before, but she doesn't look, well, entirely real.
She looks real enough to me.
I wonder if it's her keeping you stuck to this wall.
What do you mean?
Well, it's just a thought, but I'm able to move between here and there, but you are always in exactly the same spot.
I like this spot.
Do you, though?
What are you suggesting?
Well, have you tried talking to her?
Have you seen me talking to her?
Exactly, that's what I mean.
I don't want her to see me like this.
She can't see you, that's the problem.
Well, she might if she looked up.
She never does, though. So why don't you go down to the river?
What's gotten into you all of a sudden? You're usually happy to watch our ritual.
As you say, it's powerful. It's beautiful. The highlight of an otherwise wearisome day.
So?
I can't help feeling there must be something more.
Oh, no. Here we go. You're now beginning to sound like the others.
What others?
The others that used to come here.
Well, I never saw them.
They only came when you were there. Not anymore. They've disappeared.
Disappeared?
Exactly. So I wouldn't start with the questions.
Have you ever considered that they wanted to disappear, I mean?
I enjoyed having them around.
I would really like to disappear. But before I do, I want to make sure she's safe.
She's perfectly safe. Oh, she's coming to the end. Oh, it's always over too quickly.
If it's a ritual, which we seem to agree it is, then she's in danger.
Who from?
The witch hunters, of course.
What? There aren't any witch hunters.
Of course there are. How do you think I ended up like this?
But that was hundreds of years ago.
Possibly. It's hard to tell when you're dead.
You're dead.
Ugh, aren't you?
No. Of course not. Oh, look, she's leaving. You made me miss the last bit.
Oh, it'll happen again tomorrow.
Why did you say she wasn't real?
I could see the sun shining through her.
That's nonsense.
Maybe she's dead too, even more dead than us. Could she be a river priestess for thousands of years ago?
I've told you I'm not dead. And she's not dead either. I've never seen anyone look so alive.
I know. It can be so confusing. Oh, Have you been here long?
Oh,
I'm sorry, I got a bit held up.
no, a few minutes. I was watching the bird life. They're very active this morning.
It's beautiful here. It's so peaceful.
Have you been before?
Not really. I've walked along the footpath further up.
I'm here every day. Keeps me sane.
It's kind of hidden here, isn't it? It's like a secret place at the Tweed.
I see a few folk, but you're right. It's all hidden with these trees and bushes. I'm glad you found it all right.
Yes, I knew about the old graveyard. I've done a bit of research around this area, you know, like historical. Actually, that's why I'm late. I was looking for the site of the old gallows.
It's a bit morbid.
I suppose, but there did used to be such things as I had an old map. I think I told you about it.
Did you find the gallows?
The site, possibly. There's no trace now, of course, up the hill from here. Not far at all. That's where I've just come from.
Oh, here's Rachel.
Oh, is she joining us?
No, I don't know her really. She comes most days for a swim. I've hardly spoken to her.
Ooh, brave.
She swims all the way through the year. Winter too.
Oh, seems to be very popular these days. I think it's rather dangerous.
Not here. There's a shallow, pebbly area at the edge, and then it drops into a pool.
Have you been in?
No, much too cold for me. I only go in the Mediterranean.
Does she always come on her own?
Pretty much.
I mean, that's what I mean.
What?
Well, it's dangerous to go wild swimming on your own.
Well, she seems to know what she's doing.
That's the problem. They do. They think, you know, they think all of a sudden they slip, and before they know it, they hit their head on a rock.
You really are morbid.
Well, I call it realistic. Look, I mean, she's got bare feet. It's obviously going to hurt, going in like that. Why doesn't she just get swimming shoes?
I don't know. Maybe she finds them uncomfortable. She's not far away. She might hear you.
Oh, do you think?
Possibly.
Oh, she's gone right in.
Yes, that's the pool I've told you about.
Oh, I feel all shivery.
That'll be the ghosts. I'm serious.
Yeah.
There's probably one sitting right next to me now.
Oh, you're funny.
It is a graveyard.
I've never seen any, and I've been to lots of historical sites.
Doesn't mean that there aren't any.
I can't believe in that sort of thing. Where's the evidence? Oh, look, she's still in there. How long does she stay?
I don't time her.
Here's you and me wearing coats and hats and scarves, and she's in there nearly naked in the water.
She's used to it.
I suppose. Still, anything could happen. It's so quiet here, nobody would know.
We're here.
Well, today, yeah.
She's an adult. She can make her own decisions.
I mean, you're right, of course, but some decisions are less wise than others. What would we do if she started drowning?
I think you're getting too fixated on this. Let's change the subject.
To what?
To why we decided to meet here.
Oh, good idea, yeah. And it really arrives at the same time every day.
Mostly.
Rachel might frighten it off.
I will see. It's due any time now.
It's very exciting. I've never seen one up close. Actually, I don't think I've ever seen one at all. What does it look like?
Almost exactly like a heron, but white all over him with black legs and a beak. And oh, and here it is.
Oh, it's flying overhead.
It's magnificent.
Kind of slow and majestic.
Ah,
Beautiful.
River.
Wild river. And autumn leaves fall.
Blazing by pools in summer.
Summer. And spring's blossoming.
Through winter bleakness.
Time and life flow on, and water.
Sky.
Constant.
Constant.
Ever-changing.
Surging. Water.
Light.
Pools of
Glittering.
onto
Onto
ripples.
petals dripping,
branches trailing,
grasses,
trees,
mutter,
gurgle,
flow, priestess,
river, swimmer,
wild,
river,
wild,
flow,
swirl,
gleam,
glimmer.
splash.
Thank you very much. This show is directed by Fiona Mackinnon, who also directed our last show, which was in Hoyk in autumn, on the theme of the Tweed. Borders Pub Theatre put on a couple of shows, probably a year, places like Hoyk, Selkirk, Peebles and Duns. And the theme of the Tweed was suggested to us by the organisation Connecting Threads, which has also supported tonight's production. The next play is called Our Place by a familiar name, Emily Larner.
Morning. Lovely day.
Morning, yes.
Confusing contraption.
The chair,
Yeah, it's a fishing chair.
see,
Oh, why doesn't it work? Thank you. We've not long moved to Horncliffe. It's a lovely area. Are you from around here?
yeah, I'm not far away from here.
You have the best of everything, don't you? The sea, the peace, and the quiet of the countryside.
Yes.
Here, have you seen this?
Rose and thistle,
Yeah. Vis unita fortio. United, strength is yet stronger. Huh. Very true, that.
well, not all would necessarily agree with that sentiment.
Sorry? Oh, yeah. I see what you mean. Best not get into that.
Best.
Yeah. Although, isolating it from any political connotation and looking at it objectively, removing all nastiness from the past, the image of two countries intertwined and civilized by a rose and a thistle, both thorny, both beautiful, and both vibrant. Strong, united in a way, I see it's like, well, love, I suppose.
That's a thought. It really is just a sign, though, flung up after they made the Union Chain Bridge. Not sure how much thought went into it.
Right. Yeah, of course. Sorry, I've not spoken to another adult for quite some time.
You said we've not long moved here.
Yeah.
You and
Well,
your...
my partner, yeah.
And I'm hoping that your partner's an adult.
Oh, God, yeah, of course. Technically. Mentally, however, different kettle of fish. Speaking of which, I best get myself into action. You must have seen it before.
I haven't.
It's on every Christmas.
I tend to watch all the specials like EastEnders
Oh,
or...
God, really? Come on. Yippee-ki-yay, mother...
I've heard people quote it, I just haven't seen the actual film.
Nothing says Christmas to me more than a bunch of terrorists taking on the Nakatomi building.
Interesting insight into your personality. Does your wife like Die Hard?
Not sure.
Would she watch it with you?
Well, probably. She would do the thing she always does, where she goes back and sits down and to watch something and then gets up to go and do something else and then comes back and gets up and gets back and gets up. Taxi Driver. Tell me you've seen Taxi Driver.
With Robert De Niro and Sybil Shepherd?
Yes.
No, but I did see Meet the Parents, that was good. You want some tea, Rosie?
Yes, please, Thistle Love.
I made a couple of cheese and jam rolls. Want one?
Is that a local delicacy?
It is in my household.
Well, in that case, I would love one, thank you.
There you go.
The Godfather.
I once saw The Godfather 3 by accident. My ex put it on once when I had broken my leg and I was unable to get away from the TV without assistance.
There's no hope for some people.
You don't seem to be concentrating on your fishing much.
Well, that's because I'm getting distracted.
Well, I think you'll find you're doing most of the talking and I'm trying to read. Again.
Why do you come here to read?
Why not?
Deflective answer.
I've been coming here for months.
Come rain or shine?
I like it here.
Yeah, me too.
Our
place.
place. Oh, that was creepy.
Oh, there's me thinking that was nice. We thought the same thing. So, you just ended it, just like that?
Well, it wasn't just like that at all. It took me a long time to work up the courage to do it. I was shaking.
And did he just accept that you didn't want to be with him, or did he put up a fight?
I was upset. We both were. It's not what I wanted to do. I had to end it because I just didn't feel the same way as him, and the wedding was in 3 months.
Well, what about the money?
What about the rest of my life? It would have been until the day I died.
Well, not necessarily.
You're still with your wife.
Oh, I'm quite happy, though. What?
Quite happy.
Well, what's wrong with that?
My cat is quite happy when he licks himself. Marriage is...
You've never been married, though how can you know what marriage is? 20 years I've been married.
That's not long.
It's decent. And you can say I'm still quite happy.
Yes.
I'm not sure I want to talk about it anymore.
What's wrong?
Well, I've never spent time talking about it before.
Oh, we don't have to talk about it. I'm sorry.
No, there's no need to apologise.
No, I feel like
Oh,
I've...
don't be daft. No, come on, don't go.
No, I'm not going because of this. I've just remembered I have the dentist.
Oh, okay. Same time next week?
Weather pending.
Weather pending. Hey, wait! I have kind of missed you.
Have you?
Yeah. Have you? You know.
Bought a cat?
No. Missed me.
You know I have.
How can I know that?
Oh, shut up and hold me.
Our bridge is getting a revamp. I hope they keep that sign.
Our place.
I'm going to tell her. We're about to start the rest of our lives together. I'm going to say tomorrow. XX.
I can't believe this is really happening. Well? How did she take it?
Today wasn't good timing. My mother was rushed into hospital. I will do it, though.
Okay.
I mean it. I'm going to do it. All quiet in the Western Front.
Been out with friends.
Have a good time. What'd you do?
Yeah, some of them couldn't shut up about this virus thing in China. Apparently it's spread to Italy, rolling eyes emoji.
Lockdown. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark.
Can't believe this is happening.
It'll be over in a few weeks.
I love you, Rosie.
Love you too, Thistleface.
Thank you very much. And can I also just say thank you very much to our technical crew, especially Will Derries and Dylan Hodgson, who are not only brilliant, but also very, very patient. Now, for our final play is called Black Gold. Any hitches are entirely the fault of the Duns Playfest organisation, who take full responsibility for not having properly arranged a technical rehearsal. The final play is called Black Gold, by somebody who is also going to provide us with the later evening entertainment, a play called Lookout, a longer play called Lookout. Please stay for that. But first of all, we have the final play of this show, Black Gold by Robert Sproul-Cran.
Dr. Robin?
Dr. Chris,
I've got the lab results.
are you going to share them?
You're not going to believe this.
It's a coelacanth.
Warm.
Don't be ridiculous.
It's related to a coelacanth. 400 million years ago.
400 million years ago, we were all related to the coelacanth. Come on, what have we found?
Well, to the best of anyone's knowledge, we've never had a breeding population. Occasional visitors, but never spawning here.
You're really dragging this out, aren't you? Whatever it is, we won't name it after you.
First, we need to keep some specimens alive long enough to really know what we're dealing with.
So you take some back to Newcastle and I'll get Edinburgh on the case.
It may take a while.
Oh, for goodness sake, spill the beans.
They're eggs, not beans.
Of course they're eggs. Is your doctorate in stating the bloody obvious? So why might it take a while? What have we found?
Here's a clue. It can live to around 150 years.
Shit!
Mrs. Ashkirk? Sandy here. No luck yet. It has to be somewhere around here, down the slope from the house. No, really. You're definitely not connected to the mains. Nobody around here is. No, seriously, there is no sewage pipe. Look, can you see me from the window? Over here, by the roadies. Yes, hi. Yep, that's me waving. Uh-huh. I thought this might be something over here, but when I poke the spike, I'm hitting something about 6 or 7 meters across. Oh, sorry, that's about 20 feet by, something a bit more than 20 feet. A pond? No, it's a bit big for a pond. So what's this hard bit right here? Ah, paving stones. Yes, could be. Right, I'll look out for that. Up at the end. Yeah, this could be something. So the big pond had a wee pond for a header tank, and you pumped the water around? Did you have fish? Sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. Lovely gold ones. Yeah, I know. Then one day, yeah, totally. Yeah, just like pterodactyls. Horrible beak and nasty beady wee eyes. Yeah, they'll have had the lot. It's just, well, it's quite unusual to get upset by fish. How do you mean guilty? No, it wasn't your fault. Yes, I see what you mean. So your husband wanted to fill the pond in, but there was one poor wee soul left. Mm-hmm.
So, progress?
Not an unqualified success. And you?
Temperature's really critical.
So are any of them...
You need to balance the salinity. The fry live upstream, so they don't develop a tolerance for seawater until they're quite a bit older.
Yes, I know that, of course, obviously. So are yours?
Turbidity's an issue too.
So...
We lost one or two. Wait, did you not?
All of them.
Survive?
Dead. So I was kind of hoping that...
Edinburgh would save the day.
Oh, just rub it in, will you?
Oh, so now you want to know if we made any progress on species.
Well, have you?
At first we thought they would have to be that Atlantic variety.
And they weren't.
Then we thought, maybe the European.
Those haven't been in British waters for centuries.
They found Atlantic remnants in the medieval foundations of Westminster Abbey.
They were Baltic.
I imagine it was quite chilly down there.
But are the Baltic ones Atlantic or European?
Whatever they were happier when the sea was warmer.
And now they're coming back.
To Scotland.
To the Tweed.
But where are they spawning?
Half the Tweed's English.
This bit, yes, but they must be spawning upstream, and that's in Scotland.
That could be black gold.
So we better find out where they're coming from.
Hi, me again. I think I might have found something. There seems to be a concrete slab under here, under the grass. I'll pace it out. Do you ever remember seeing something down this part of the garden? That's right, concrete beams. So you can lift them to pump the tank out. You've never done that? Really? No, the water just drains away. It'll go down a pipe and come out in the burn down there. And the solids settle into the tank and get digested by bacteria. Suppose if you've been on your own for 20 years, there won't have been much tons going on. I've checked the outlet, and the water still seems to be flowing a bit, but the tank must be long overdue to be emptied. That's why it'll be a bit slow. No, not like you. Look, you don't have to feel that way. Look, listen, I once did a job for a guy who thought he was on the mains. He just bought the house from an old lady. Tank had been forgotten for years. Turns out it was all going into the cottage across the lane, under the floorboards. It didn't smell. Septic tanks are brilliant that way. No, I'm not saying that old ladies are daft. No, she couldn't tell the guy because she died. That's why the house was for sale. Oh, God, no. I didn't mean to set you off again. Look, I'll lift these slabs and we'll have a look. Just don't worry. I know you feel bad about flushing the last wee fish down the toilet. I know. It survived Hern Armageddon. But you were doing a good turn. You thought you were setting it free, out to the open ocean, to find a mate and settle down and raise a family. You didn't know your big tank in the garden. Look. Whatever happened, it's all in the past. The end will have been quick and painless. Or maybe even managed to wiggle down the pipe to freedom. Yes, the great escape. And it was all down to you.
I mean, we've only really felt the effects of global warming quite recently, so how could that be a factor?
You can't rule it out.
But if they're starting to spawn, then this poses a big question. They don't reach sexual maturity till they're about 20 years old, so that means there's a really big female swam up from the river from the North Sea.
Or arrived a long time ago and settled in.
But the size, do you realise how big these things get?
It would have been hard to stay hidden for so long. Somebody would have seen it.
I mean, you do realise what this means.
These things are worth a fortune.
I mean, you still find them in North America, East and West Coast, and the Med, and the Black Sea, and the Caspian.
But it's Russia, where the real money is.
We have to find the mother.
Seems pretty full right enough. Oh God, it's moving. Oh, must be gas bubbles. Oh no, hang on. No, hang on, that whole mass of whatever it is just moved. Well, this is weird. I've never seen anything like that. Oh, Jesus, God! Oh my God, it's a great big bloody dorsal fin! That's bloody massive! It must fill the whole tank. Oh my God. Mrs. Ashkirk, yeah, I've found your blockage. You've got a great white shark in your tank. No, really. No, it's not swimming about, because it's massive. It's just wedged in there. We're going to need a bigger tank. It's trying to move its tail. It's the light. It's all excited. It's oh my God, it's thrashing about now. Oh God, there's shit flying everywhere. Oh, it's really slippy. Ah!
The lady decided to say nothing and hope the problem would just go away. But when the septic tank engineer didn't come home, the family phoned the police.
And have they found him, or?
He may be hiding in the woods, covered in 30 years of poo. Or the beast may have. We'd have to cut the thing open to find out.
Oh, it's too important to science.
It's a sturgeon. It's too important to Scotland.
We're talking about the Tweed. It belongs to both sides.
But it's like the Queen. She'd prefer to be in Scotland. Anyway, it's not in the Tweed. It's in a garden in Gatton side. We've already named it Nicola.
But how on earth did she get there?
Well, the lady bought it at Teviot Smokery. It was just wee. They didn't tell her it could grow quite big.
Quite big? Over 7 meters?
When she flushed it down the toilet, it got as far as the tank and got stuck. But it didn't die. There was a constant supply of water.
Well, what did it eat?
Mrs. Ashkirk fed it twice a day.
Oh, that's gross.
Poor Nicola was kept in the dark and fed a load of jobbies.
I knew you'd make this political.
For over 20 years, she bided her time. Nicola dreamed of escape. She hatched plans, but that wasn't all she was hatching. Because after almost quarter of a century, she started to produce eggs. Millions of them.
Caviar.
Exactly. Beluga caviar, the finest on the planet. And when she spawned, they washed away down the pipe and into the Tweed, where they were fertilised by a male who'd made his way over from Europe.
An immigrant.
So far, the press don't know.
But Westminster does.
What?
Well, we had to report it. This could be worth a fortune. The Cabinet want to make sure the English side doesn't lose out.
Nicola's Scottish!
But the spawning takes place in the Tweed. We found the fry round here by Coldstream.
It depends which side the eggs settle. They need wee stones to catch hold of.
It's not that simple. King Edward II...
The hammer of the Scots?
No, that was his dad. Edward II declared in 1324 that the sturgeon was a royal fish.
We will send him homeward to think again.
You can't, because technically the British monarchy still owns all the whales, dolphins and sturgeons that inhabit the waters around England and Wales.
That's only one side of the Tweed.
Under the law of United Kingdom, any sturgeons captured within the realm are personal property of the monarch.
We're not giving up, Nicola!
A jar of Bulgar caviar can cost 600 quid. Her Majesty might take a dim view.
Tell her to eat swan instead.
She only owns the mutes.
So use sign language.
Scotland mustn't be greedy.
We don't need to be. This new, warmer Scotland, oysters are flourishing, grapes are ripening, and now we can put caviar back on the menu. Oh, I wonder if it goes with chips.